if 6, 7 figure sales and somebody who's worked on the e-commerce, Shopify, social media space for the past 10 years is something that you're looking to hear more about and you want to know how to optimize your TikTok shop, I'm going to quickly show you how to optimize your product listings and how it's different than TikTok shop and their academy and what it actually says on their website. And so without further ado, we'll go into how to optimize your TikTok shop, your main images. And you can see that for the most part, when you're trying to optimize your landing page or when you're trying to build out your product images, this is basically what you're looking at. Just a plain product, a blank background. If anything, you have 1 or 2 comparisons here and there, or have some benefits pointed out in 1 or 2 places, maybe a warranty. But this is basically your main product image / your main image. It's usually just a plain main image of the product that you're receiving. And this is how it should look when you actually get the product. I will say something about this. Your main image, though usually people, just like TikTok shop, will say, hey, it's best to have variations of the colors, but basically to keep the images pretty plain. Show them what it's going to be and make sure that it's accurate. And so the number one thing that they say is a product detail page should be contain accurate, descriptive, and useful information for customers. That's pretty vague. And what they're listing here is just a simple image with a shadow and a white background. That's cool. That's fine to have. But one thing that I would say about it is your product images need to stand out from other product images. And so you'll see here there's a little GIF that's replaying where it's showing in one of the product images, you actually have the benefits, the measure, the SKUs, so different colors. And that's actually what you should include, right? And so it actually gives you here the best practices. And so the first image must clearly display the front view of the product. And then you should also have 9 different squares that you use different variations. And this is where the magic happens. And so let's go back to Ember Cup. If we were doing a TikTok shop for Ember Cup, what we would do is, this is a plain white background. It's okay, but you got to add some depth to it. And so the best way to add depth to it is by actually going into Canva and simply adjusting it yourself and adding some shadows, adding a background, maybe everything you need to know. You don't have to be a super crazy graphic designer to get some grade A main images going for your product. And so I just want to say right off the bat, these products here that are in the templates aren't going to be the best for main images. However, let's go look at a few things here. This serum template, shout out to Triderma, 30-year lasting company who actually sells great serums. Side plug there. But this image here that shows the coloring, the place, the little benefits, has the cap angled on the side there. It's on a plate and shows some depth, and you have some background there. That is a solid main image. You can take away the benefits, those little wireframe stuff, those little text, and that would be a more beautiful and captivating main image if that was in their main image versus what you're currently looking at with Ember Cup's main image. So the big misunderstanding when you're actually looking to optimize on TikTok Shop is that, first of all, you don't have that readily, you don't in your mind come with the idea that, oh, I should add these different graphics and these different module type of images to the other 9 frames in the image, or in the scrollable images. And so I think that's really misleading as far as what TikTok Shop Academy is highlighting, because from their guide, they actually say, hey, don't be misleading, make it very clear. And there's a difference between making a product very clear and then making like just blatant, plain, and unattractive images. So plain and unattractive images like this aren't what you want to use. You would like to use things that there are something like this, right? This is a better main image, right? Or having this template, building a template like this that's on brand with your product, adding some background to it, and highlighting just the product is going to make it more appealing, so that I will look at the benefits and the additional highlighted points and factors of the product in the other 9 images. And so that's going to be the main difference between what's usually seen on a TikTok shop and what you might actually make a mistake of doing if you're registering your TikTok shop. Is I'm just going to do a bunch of my colors, my variations, and then just straight images. Nobody will shop that image. Nobody will actually purchase that. And so the reason why I'm highlighting this, and it's super huge, is like, you might not readily think that like because there's no TikTok shop storefront on TikTok and that it's kind of just like a scrolling organic app, that it really matters. But the main key point, if I'll make anything clear in this video, is your product listings have to follow the same branding and style as the video that they clicked on when they get to the actual listing. And so if I'm scrolling my feed, number one, you're supposed to convince me on the TikTok feed that, wow, this video is captivating enough for me to click on the ad. And so, or stay on the ad, stay watching the video. Maybe it's somebody quickly putting together a cup of coffee in under 60 seconds, and you see the time bar on the lower part of the video, and then you see like quick fast cuts and like different sound effects kind of putting it together. And then the final being like the cup. You have the cup and then it's pouring the latte and making something like a leaf as the latte's design. That is something that's an organic style ad that I would then click on to see what was this about. I click on it and then I see the cup, and the cup has the latte, the guy that the guy was pouring with the same leaf. And it was like, oh, okay, of course, this follows that same train, that same branding. And then I scroll through and I see all the other benefits. That's not misleading. That's very, very engaging. And that's why I think that you should have a set format when you're looking to optimize your TikTok shop. And so the reason why I'm looking at Canva is you're not going to come up with these crazy ideas to optimize your TikTok shop listing, and you're going to take hours and hours doing it. It's going to be a behemoth of a job if you end up focusing on these things. So something that I've realized in our agency and for myself, the brands that I'm working with and in my own brand, is like, just go on TikTok, go on Canva, look at the available Canva templates that are on there, and think, can I fit my product to this style? And if you can, start editing these templates, make them for yourself, and then start utilizing them. However, if you want a quick and easy way to do TikTok shop listing or any product listing templates, I have made some templates below, and I'll actually link them in the comment section. This is just stuff that's standard that I put together. There's no like crazy upsell to it or anything like that. It's just, I think that it'll be beneficial if you guys end up using these templates and go experiment with it and help hopefully optimize your sales on your product listings, whether that be on Shopify, Amazon, or on TikTok shop. The number one thing that you don't want to do, though, recapping everything, is do not think that you're optimized if you have a product listing that looks like this. And this will just avoid this at all cost. If there's a way to add some depth, if there's a way to add any type of engagement to it, it's by staying on brand and by letting your product shine out that's different than the other Chinese generic brands. There's way too much competition for you to have a normal product like this in 2024 going into 2025 and any year past this. And so, yes, this has been it. This has been the no canceling $1,000 I told you so. TikTok shop's not going down anytime soon video that talks about how to optimize your TikTok shop.